Welcome back to Muscle Serpents Daily, and we're in the snake room on this beautiful Friday afternoon, the day after 4th of July. Hopefully you guys had a nice barbecue, restful day. You're back to work, or maybe you're not. Maybe you have the weekend off. My son and kids are off from school, so I'm sneaking into the snake room right now, doing a little video for you guys, and let's see what's going on here, because you never know. I think I might have a clutch of eggs on the ground. Into the snake room. More eggs coming. Just when you think there's no more, there's more. These are a little scattered. I'll have to candle these. Or I love how we're using the word candle. They probably candled what back in the 1970s maybe, but we use our cell phones now. We cell phone them with the lights out, and we see where the veins are, where the little air bubble is and the embryo is, and we make sure that's right side up because we don't want these eggs to drown, because the embryos could drown. Because once the egg is set up and the air bubble is there, we want to make sure it's in the right place on the top portion so that there's air exchange between the embryo and the environment, obviously through the membrane of this egg. This is my leopard pied het clown, bred to a double het, or actually bred to a leopard double het clown pied. So we could hit some leopard clown pieds. That would be really nice. That would be my first. Cool double recessive, right? We might even hit some super leopards clown pieds, or we might hit nothing. That's the wonderful thing about ball pythons. It's like rubbing off a scratch-off lottery ticket. You never know what you're gonna get. All right, I have my egg box set up, as always. We're gonna pull this girl, and we're gonna see, we're gonna move her to another tub, and then we're gonna see what we got egg-wise here. Let's see if we can get her off here with minimal damage. Okay, that's pretty good. If you can see, she's all hollowed out now. That's where the eggs were in her. And she's in a pretty good mood. She's probably tired from laying those eggs all night. We got what seems to be 2, 4, 6, 7 good eggs. Well, like I said, we'll candle the other ones. I always check all of them anyway. And good job, little girl. I had to turn about 3 of those eggs in the right orientation. One of them, believe it or not, this one right here, which looks like a perfect egg, has no veins or anything in it. So I put it in there obviously because you never know, but I don't see any veins. So, but all the other ones look really good. They have veins and embryos and air pockets, and so it's a good idea for you to check your eggs. Just shut the lights off. You put your cell phone up to the egg, and you'll see where the veins and the little air bubble and embryo is. It's not rocket science. You just got to do it in the dark. And once you do that, you mark that top portion where those veins and arteries are with a little mark. And then this way, if the egg ever rolls, you never have to worry about it. You always know the right orientation. I'm always showing off females and babies and clutches and stuff like that. Today, we're going to focus on the males, the men, the guys that make it happen here at Palumbo's Pythons Boas. Without the male snakes, we would have no babies. This is my visual paradigm blood that I produced 2 years ago. He is a daddy this year for the first time. It's so great to produce your own babies and then actually see them go on to produce new babies. This is kind of like the first year that really happened for me in the boa world. And he is a blood gene, which is a recessive, combined with the paradigm combination, which is the boa woman caramel T positive, which sits on the same allele as the sharp albino as well, and that gives you that creamy color. When you combine this double recessive, you get the paradigm blood, and he made some beautiful paradigm blood babies. Already sold a couple. If you guys are interested, let me know. We have hets too, and the great thing about using a visual like this guy is that all the babies are 100%. Look at that black tongue. Whoa, he just wants to see what's going on. Beauty is my leopard, 100% het albino that I produced also 2 years ago. And he also was a daddy this year for the first time. So I love the leopard gene. Leopard albino are beautiful. I produced a couple of them this year. He is the father of the eclipse litter. So all those eclipses we have, the black snakes, the albino eclipses, and then the eclipses that are het albino too. All coming from this little boy here. So we're very proud of him. He's hiding. He's getting a little shy all of a sudden. And the funny thing was I was going to sell this guy too. I was going to sell him, and then I just kept looking at him, as we do sometimes. Here, let's get away. And I kept saying, wow, this guy is just an amazing looking leopard. and he's het albino, you know, and he was eating good. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this guy, and he's gonna be a future daddy. And he is. And will continue to be so. Once again, sometimes the het albinos actually breed better than the visual albinos. My friend Mike Weitzman told me that a long time ago. He goes, breed hets. And I'm always like, why don't you just want to breed visuals? He's like, well, sometimes the hets are better. They're better, more hardy. And he was right. This little stunner here is my Hypotonic Onyx, double het, Honduran T positive and blood. That's a lot of genes in there. He's a powerhouse. He is the father of my Onyx litter that I had last year, and I will hopefully have one this year. I don't know. We're looking for it, but this guy is, like I said, a powerhouse. That Onyx gene just adds all kinds of weirdness to the pattern, gives you that striped tail, and the Super Onyx being a solid snake. Onyx being, you know, very similar to the Leopard gene, but different in its own right. So that's our Hypo Onyx male. This guy, who is yet to become a daddy for me yet, is my Pastel Lavender. So he's got those purples. This is a line bred trait. This is not a recessive or incomplete dominant. And he's also jungle, and he's sharp albino. So he's a sharp albino jungle that has that pastel gene for lavender in it. When he was younger, he was really purple. And now he still has some amazing color. Look at that head. Look at that face. That's just not a regular albino. He's just got some tremendous coloring. I've been trying to breed him to my Key West albino, sharp albino that is, and she didn't really go this year. I think she was a little too small. So hopefully next year this guy will be a daddy, and I just love him. He's one of my favorite colored snakes that I have. Look at that. Look at that coloring. Just exquisite. Here's my double het leopard blood male, who is responsible for my leopard blood litter last year. We didn't get a double visual like we would have liked, but we were close. And as you can tell, even though he's not a visual anything, he certainly does not look like a regular looking boa constrictor. So as we know, the blood gene and the leopard gene in their het forms, the heterozygous forms, both have visual cues. That's pretty evident here. We see erratic saddles, we see all kinds of crazy striping, we see darkness in here, and so that's pretty typical for, like I said, het leopard and het bloods to have that aberrancy. But he was busy at work this year. Hopefully his little girlfriend there will produce some more babies this year, because I really want to see that leopard blood visual. Here's my beautiful Moonglow male, who is the litter sire to the IMG boa litter. We produced IMG Moonglows, IMG Snows. We produced some Snows and Moonglows today. And I just love that litter. It was great. Some of those will be going up for sale soon. I'll be keeping a lot of them too as well. And he's great. The great thing about Moonglows is, well, maybe it's not so great, but they do change color. When they're babies, they're all white. When they get older, they get a little yellow. He's got a dirty head, so I'm not going to show you that too much, but I still think he's beautiful. I just love how, you know, there's really very little pattern, but yet it's still there and diffuse. You see the whites in there. I don't mind the yellows, you know. I have other white snakes. He's just beautiful in himself. And if you're looking for, like I said, something that's, you know, a really show-stopping looking snake, those baby Moonglows are amazing. Same thing with the Snows. The Snows, I think, are just as great. You know, the Moonglow is just the albino, anery, and hypo gene, whereas the Snow is just the albino and hypo. So pretty close to being pretty much the same. It's the double recessive that's hard to hit, the albino anery. You know, it's easier to get the hypo in there. I showed you this little guy a few weeks ago, I think. This is I produced him as well. This is my lipstick line, Call Albino, 100% het leopard. And it's also got the hypo gene, so it's basically a sun glow het leopard. Just weird looking, weirdness in there. Once again, that het leopard showing through, and then in the albino form, just giving you all that crazy head looking stuff. If this wasn't albino, that head would be really dark looking. But all that darkness turns to like that pinkish red. Just gotta love that. He's also a daddy, so very happy. Here's a little Raptor male, that I've yet to use. I didn't breed him yet. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'm going to go Raptor to Raptor. I might go Raptor to something else. He's really cool. Got a really nice red coloring in this. For a single gene, just Raptor, I mean, that's a lot of red in this snake. And of course, that Raptor patterning on the side right there. You never know. He might go into the rotation this coming season. Tour with this little guy here. He's my my really big stud guy, I gotta tell you, because he is the Labyrinth male that made the crystals this past year. So he's a star. He's in shed. He's not happy, so I'm just gonna leave him alone. But he is a star. You can see that, obviously, that Labyrinth patterning on him. I just love that gene. One of my favorite genes in all boas, the Labyrinth gene, because you get these great looking patterns in the single copy, and then you double copy it up, and you get those crazy blue-eyed crystals. Just tremendous. He's a hypo Labyrinth, actually, and I'll be breeding him probably this coming season as well, back to his same girlfriend. Hopefully we'll produce some more crystals. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the male boa video today. Sometimes the men just get all the crap, and they just don't get the credit for what's due to them. Hey, they breed after a year and a half sometimes, these boas. They pull their weight. They're donating half the genetic material. We got to give them their just due, right? Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and you enjoyed our little egg pulling clutch. We'll be back, obviously, on Monday again, and hopefully we will see some boa litters. I don't know. I'm getting nervous, but this happens every year. You got to just kind of let it be, sit back and enjoy it. I know we're going to have some ball python clutches breeding. We're going to have some ball python clutches hatching, especially I have a pinstripe possible scaleless that could be born on Monday or over the weekend. So let's find out what happens on Monday morning. For now, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video and make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm Dave Palumbo with Muscle Serpents University.